Hello and welcome to this quick explanation on how the Monstercat visualizer works and if you have the After Effects file on how to use it. So the Monstercat visualizer is basically made in After Effects, obviously. I mean, what else? And what it's basically made of is bars, or let's say solids. They basically put a bunch of these rectangles, put linear wipe, that is what the tool is called. Set this on 180 and put a expression on the transition completion. Now that sounds really simple, does it? Well, yes and no. First of all, you gotta have the idea on how to make this, and creating this is really a lot of work. Not talking about the background, the smoke, and everything. So what it looks like is you're gonna have 84 of these bars. That is how many they have, and 16 sound key layers. Now, what are sound key layers? Soundkeys is a third-party plugin from Red Giant, from the Trapcode suite, and you gotta have to buy it or acquire. And then what you're gonna do is, okay, let's put that solid back in there. Come on. Oh, damn it. There we go. Then let's make an adjustment layer. Put sound keys on there. Turn off because we don't need to see it, we just want it to work. Loose linear wipe again. And here we can basically select a song. I don't have one right now in my composition, but I have one here in my project files. I use my favorite song. It's Levels by Avicii. Okay, amazing song. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take I have the linear wipe effect right over here, and I can set it to the range 1 to the output. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alt click stopwatch and drag it all the way up to your output 1 or output 2 or 3, depending on which one you're using. And now every time I change something on output 1 in range 1 on the sound keys, it's also gonna change here. Okay, so I messed up the angle, nothing too bad. Now it's working properly. Now if I would have a song in here, I don't really know how this is set right now. It's probably not gonna work properly, does it? Oh well, more or less. So you can see it is now already working with the music. Not the one in the background, that one is still messed up, but this one more or less. That's giving me an error here. Okay. Now, if you have that file and you wanna use your own song for the Monstercat visualizer, how do you do it? So what you did is you exchanged the file right over here, and you're like, man, I don't know, but it still doesn't look right. No, it doesn't. Why? Because it is still set to the previous song. Now, if you look closely, you can see. Let me render real quick.
Get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that
So what we basically saw is that there was something going on in the low frequency spectrum, but there was no low frequency going on. There was just someone singing, and this doesn't make any sense, right? Okay, so we go into the spectrum settings. And we have all these 16 sound keys. What you have to do every time you change something is pressing apply on the sound key layer you change something. Now, what we did is we changed the whole song, meaning we changed settings on all of these sound keys. That means we will have to press apply on every single sound key. That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, gotta be done. On the right side, you can see under the info panel that it is calculating right now. Mine goes pretty fast. So it's calculating each frame. And what you can already see is, if you look closely, that they are changing a little bit. So right now, which one is selected? I'm not even sure. This one. You should be able to see that they are changing up. Okay. Yeah, now we're over here. So you see, every time I press apply and it's done calculating, it changes already. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Okay, that is done. Now you're thinking, man, how am I gonna, you see, the song is, I don't know, 4 minutes long. Right now the composition is 3 minutes long. And you're wondering, damn, how in the hell do I get this longer? I mean, this is done now and my song is not done yet. Why? What is going on? What is going on is that the composition is not long enough for your song, meaning that it just stops there. How to change this is you click on the composition you want to change the length with, go to composition, composition settings, and here we have a duration of 3 minutes. You change that up, let's say I'm gonna make 10 minutes. That's gonna be enough for sure. And you can see now it's longer. And you hover over it and you notice that nothing's happening. Well, yeah, because the layers are all just 3 minutes long now. So what we can do is we select all of them properly, hopefully. There we go. And make them as long as our song is. Now watch out, because you made this whole thing 10 minutes long, it doesn't mean that you will have to drag this thing over to 10 minutes. No, also just as long as your song is. This one is actually 3 minutes, let's say 17 something, I don't know. Now you go back to your visuals, and this isn't long enough either. Why, you wonder? Well, because you didn't change it as well, because this is a whole new composition, meaning you will have to do the same thing again. 10 minutes. Okay. Same thing again. It's just a lot of work that has to be done if you want to change all of this for your own song. I mean, I personally would just make a whole new visualizer myself, but some people can't, so that is okay. So the spectrum area is now also only 2 minutes, so after that it just cuts out. Because the spectrum area is also too short. So you see, there's a lot of changing of composition length. I don't know if this is the last one. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I think I made it 1 minute now. No, that is not good. One hour should be enough. Oh, come on. I'm not having a good day today. There we go. These. You will also have to change these, because after these 2 minutes, the text is just gonna, well, be done. It's just gonna be gone. Okay, you see this. It looks like there's something in the layer, and that is correct. You will have to drag this all the way as well. It's a lot of work. I believe the problem here is that there is a keyframe, so just select that, drag it to the end. Okay. After the 3 minutes mark, it's all over. It's all over now. So make it somehow working. But I'm drifting off. So after that, your visuals should work if you did everything right. Now, this whole thing is on 24 frames per second. Now, Jesus Christ, what year is it? This is just to give you the cinematic look and feel, because the eye can't see more than 24 frames per second, right? No. Put that on 60 frames per second as well, if your PC can handle it, but this one renders pretty quick. So what you can do is, you can basically change the frame rate with each of these as well. If you change the resolution, then you're gonna have a bad time, because that doesn't work as easy as changing the frame rate. But if you change the frame rate, do it on all of these compositions as well, and on these as well. I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, if you want to change the text, you can just do that in the spectrum area setting. Yeah, if you want to render it, I'm also going to show you how to render it, because most people probably don't know either. If you're new to After Effects, we all start that way. You select the composition you want to render. Let's say if I want to render this part, which I don't, then I select it, but I want to render this one. I go to File, Export, and now I go either to Add to Media Encoder queue, if you have the media encoder. It takes a little bit longer though. Or you just do the classic way, add to render queue, and then change your settings. I like to render in lossless and then compress it with media encoder, but you can also just use QuickTime, because that one has a good quality and very low file size, or a custom AVI format, whatever you want. Then you press the render, and then it renders. It's initializing the background processes first, and after that you should be good to go. So that's pretty much it. If there are any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments or on Reddit, or if you have me somewhere else, do it there, I don't care. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.